Hello, everyone. It is Thursday afternoon, January 22nd, and I am back for a real live this time. So not a fake live, but I'm really live this time. Sorry I couldn't be with you last Thursday. We were headed to Van Buren, Arkansas for a funeral of a friend of my husband. So we were out of town Thursday. But hopefully you enjoyed the pre-recorded video I did for you. I will still draw. So if you're new to Facebook Live, we make something fun almost every Thursday, and then the next week I draw for it. So last week we made this fun sheep card, and so I will tell you at the end who won that. Also, the dimensions for this card will be on my blog shortly after this video is done. So if you want to recreate this, you can, or something similar to it. So I have been playing. I had a class, I guess that was just Monday of this week. It's been a long week. I've been babysitting my grandkids some, and that wears you out when you're my age. I love them, and I love spending time with them, but whew, I'm old. Okay, so I have been playing this week with the Endless Love Bundle. It's actually the Made with Love Suite. So this is the stamp set and die. Now I just checked, and currently the stamp set is not available. But since Stampin' Up! Makes their stamps in-house, I did not have a chance to see when it would be available, but I would assume it wouldn't be too long. And then the other things that go with this suite, there's some designer series paper. You can tell I've been using this. So lots of lovely hearts. But then the other side, there's just polka dots and stripes. That one does have arrows, hearts. But, you know, they're good about putting things that aren't quite so Valentine. This one is just like little flowers, so you could use that anytime. So, and stripes, dotted stripes. So some really pretty paper. And then there's an embossing folder that goes with it, which is what I used on our card today. Hey, Marion. It's the Hearts of Love embossing folder. There are some, I'm going to try and bring these over here without spilling them. They're called Loose Valentine embellishments. And I'll show you afterwards a shaker card that we made in my class Monday night with those. But you can just glue them on. That's what I did on this card. And then the last thing, hang on, I hadn't grabbed it, that's in this suite is this bubble bath, right? Bubble bath ribbon. It's real thin ribbon, and you'll see it on a couple of cards too that I'll show you. But today we're going to make this card, and it actually uses something that's not in the suite. So if you want to get all of this but want to wait on the bundle, then you can get this package of 6x6. So it is Love Note 6x6 Mix and Match Designer Series paper. So you can just cut apart some of these and just use them on a card. That's what I did there. There is absolutely no stamping on this card. And look, you get a whole bunch of each. Let's see, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 of each. And it's got pretty ones on the back too. You can just use them as card fronts or embellishments. And then it's got just some regular 6x6 paper at the back. But this card today is just super quick and easy. Like I said, no stamping. Now you could stamp something on the inside, but I didn't stamp anything on this. I just used our embossing folder, one of those DSP I just showed you, cut it apart, and then added some embellishments. Now the one we're going to make, because I meant to do this and I forgot on mine, we're going to add a little layer behind this just to finish it off a little bit. So this is probably going to be a short video because this will not take long to do. So I've got a real red, and I think I mentioned this already, but all the dimensions and everything will be on my blog shortly after this video. Real red card base. And I cut a little piece of bubble bath to go behind this, just to set it off a little bit. So let's go ahead and adhere that. Excuse me, I've had a tickle in my throat for a little bit. And the other side has just a heart without the Happy Valentine's Day. So you could certainly do it without the Happy Valentines. You want to send an anniversary card or a wedding card, you could certainly do that. All right, so we're going to add this little mat that I meant to do on mine and I forgot. So we'll do it on yours. All right, and then we're going to go ahead, if I can pick it up, and adhere this to our vellum. So this is our vellum. You can see it pretty well. And I ran it through that embossing folder. I love embossed vellum. It just makes it kind of white where it's embossed. I just love it. So we're going to take dimensionals. This is the end of my pack of dimensionals. And we're going to adhere this to our vellum. And you'll see why we're doing this first in just a minute. So when you get to the end of all those nicely cut dimensionals, okay, there's one more piece. We'll just put it in the middle. Don't throw it away. Cut the edges. You can use long strips if you need a long strip somewhere. Don't throw them away. That's perfectly good dimensionals on there. Well, there. Didn't want to come off. All right. Now I put this up a little bit so it's not, you know, like right in the middle. All right. So the reason we did that is because now we know where we can put adhesive on this. Because we don't want the adhesive to show through that vellum. So because it's embossed, I'm using my liquid adhesive, my green glue. And now this can go on our card base. Now, if you have the stamps, I'm going to just hold it in the middle for just a second, and you want to, you could stamp something on the inside of this. We're just going to put it on plain, but if you wanted to stamp some little hearts in the corner, I'll show you on another card that I did that. But because it's real red, we need a white on the inside so that we can write on it. And if you don't want to have to write a lot, then put lots of hearts on here. And that won't leave you much room. All right, now, our last thing is to add some of our little loose Valentines. The best way to do this is with your green glue, your liquid glue, tiny dots. Tiny dots. But you do need a dot. There we go. Okay. Then the best way to pick these up is with take your pick tool with the putty end. So, whoops, smush it on there. Just hold it for a few seconds. Let's get a white one. That just gives the glue a chance to adhere. A dark pink one. And these little letters are too cute. A little letter. And then these red ones are lips. They're really tiny. There we go. Whew. Did that without spilling anything. And there's our card. Isn't that fun? And super, super quick and easy. So that, again, if you just joined us, is using this Love Notes 6x6 Designer Series paper. All right, let me show you. So somebody will win this card next week, and the dimensions will be on my blog shortly. Let me show you the other cards. These are the cards we made in class on Monday. So there's some more of that vellum using that embossing folder. Some of the embellishments. This one, this is DSP, and this is a way you can see both sides of the DSP. And I cut it at 4 inches still so that I can get 3 strips of it out of a 12 by 12 paper. Because if I cut it at 4 1/4, then I couldn't get 3 full strips. So that's why I put a strip on the inside to cover up the little gap that was left. That was one of them. Here's another one. This uses that ribbon. And we stamped on the tag, heart tag. This is our shaker card. Oh, I forgot to share this to my page. I'll have to do that afterwards. So we just put some of those, we just die cut one of the hearts, die cut a circle out of it, and put the shaker inside. So there's a window sheet right here. And then this is the same ribbon, but we colored it with my dark real red, I believe, blend. And then this is the last card we made in class. Looks like my heart turned. So kind of a little fun fold. I think there was a heart there too. I may have to do some repair work on that one. And then this is the one I made where I got the inspiration for the one today. I embossed that vellum. This is the thank you card I sent to everybody that came to class. So those are all the cards I've made with this. Oh, there's one more that I did in a demonstration we had. Let me grab it real quick because it's a little bit different too. Hang on, be right back. Because it uses another product that's not a part of the suite, but goes with it very well. So this is the one I made for we had a Sparkle and Shine, I think it was called, Stamp and Sparkle. Oh, I can't remember what we called it, but it was for everybody that had joined our teams or had promoted in the last quarter. They got to come to this class. It was a Zoom class. It wasn't an in-person, but this is the card I made. And so this is two-tone cardstock. So this is Strawberry Slush. So it's got a dark side and a light side, and I just folded it over so you could see both sides of it. So that's another card I made with it. I forgot about that one. Okay, let's see who won. Oh, there's a lip sticking to it. That was the one that flew off when I was trying to put it on earlier. Let's see who won this sheep card from last week. It is Debbie. So I will get that to Debbie. All right. That is it for today. I told you it was going to be super quick and easy card, and it was a super quick video, but that's all I have to show you today, I think. I don't think I have anything else here. If you haven't heard, if you're already on my team, there is a new stamp positioning tool that you can purchase, that we as demonstrators can purchase, pre-order now. If you are not on my team, it will be available, I don't remember the date, because it just came out this week that they told us about it, but it will be a bonus that you get for joining my team. So I'll be sure I have all that information and put it out on Facebook in case that's something you're interested in. All right. Well, thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this, and I should be back next Thursday, assuming I have power. We are supposed to get either ice or snow. It changes daily. When I looked this morning, they said we were supposed to, this is just the weather app on my phone, so I don't know how accurate that is, but it says Little Rock was supposed to have 16 to 20 inches of snow on Saturday and another 11 to 14 on Sunday. Okay, we don't get snow down here very often. Certainly not that much. But then I saw another map that said we were just going to get freezing rain and ice, which is worse. So we'll see. If I have power next Thursday, then I will be back for another Facebook Live. Oh, good, Marion. I'm glad you ordered it yesterday. I finally had a chance to get on today and ordered it. So it'll be fun to play with. All right. Well, that is it for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will hopefully see you next week. Bye.